Back we are for another IPL special episode of Mute Me. We seem to have made one change. We're a good franchise. We don't make too many changes from one episode to the other. Dan Vettori has kept his place. So too has Akash Chopra. We've dropped Chris Lynn. We were too good on the batting, and Vettori can bat, Akash can bat. We brought in an extra seamer. Ian Bishop is here, and he has been a Mute Me winner in the past. So Dan and Akash, you have your work cut out for you. Before I get to each of you, reminder to everyone who's watching this for the first time, each panelist has 60 seconds to make their argument for a topic that they have chosen to articulate and debate. And if the other two panelists mute them within that range of 15 to 60 seconds, they need to keep quiet, shut it. Otherwise, they can go on and potentially win today's Mute Me Championship. Are we ready, gentlemen?
Yep.
Excellent. Let's go to Akash Chopra. Let's open the batting with him. Akash, what is your topic for today?
My statement is that IPL should introduce the bonus point. Why I'm saying that is because it's a 14-match tournament, a league, where net run rate in the end is the one that is thrown around. You should follow that. Something that is not arbitrary, but it's very difficult for anybody to decipher. There is an advantage of finishing game early and the margin of victories. But it is not something that you can comprehend when it is happening. And towards the end, it becomes a couple of teams who are actually playing the last league game. They know and others don't. So they know the equations and others don't really have the time to catch up or make amends. So I feel if you finish the game within the 15 overs, if you're chasing, or if you can win by a margin of 50 runs or something, you can actually figure out what that final modality is. But there should be a bonus point. That will keep the league interesting and engaging right till the end. Okay, last thing, since nobody is muted, I'm just taking advantage. 6 seconds. Then Mumbai and Chennai can also qualify.
Wow. Okay. Now, Dan gave it a mute. So let's go to Dan. At what point did you disagree, or did you just think Akash had made his point?
I thought Akash was wavering, so I thought he needed a little bit of assistance at the end there. But I missed that last bit because did he say that so that MSK and MI and MSK is a combined franchise now?
Yeah.
MI and CSK, can they? Is that so they can make the playoffs?
I mean, his point is, I'm sure more teams can qualify unless he's only making the bonus points for MI and CSK and the other 8 teams.
No. So Dan, it's like when you were at the RCB.
Yeah. Fifth place is perfect.
Vettori, did you make the final? Please tell Akash you made the final, and then you finished 8th or 9th or 10th or what?
We made the semis, I think, 3 times when I was there, and last 2 times. Something like that.
Well played.
Mute. Okay. Bish was happy with that. Bish,
you asked me.
A bonus point. I think Big Bash has it, right? Big Bash has everything that we want these days. Bish, bonus point. What do you think of it?
So it's an engaging argument, actually. I'm sort of bewildered to say that it makes a lot of sense, to be honest, from the point of view of simplifying it. I'm not sure I've heard too many people that I know in my circles complain about net run rate, but I can't argue against the bonus points either, to be honest.
You do know people in your circles who complain about slow over rate, so maybe if the game ends early, you'll get to go home. Yeah, that's awesome.
We'll get to that.
Okay, so that was Akash, who seems to be carrying a nice topic, a championing a cause for a bonus point in the IPL. Daniel Vettori, give me your topic for today.
This will be interesting. My statement for the day is the IPL should have no salary cap. Now, my logic for this is just for mainly our entertainment. It provides some content, and obviously the craziness that could come about from owners having to negotiate with individuals. And I take the logic from the only sport that has no salary cap, and that is Major League Baseball. And Major League Baseball has a luxury tax, which means that teams that spend an excessive amount of money, they have to pay back into a pool, which everyone splits. But they have parity as well. So the argument is that Mumbai will buy every player, or CSK will buy every player, or MSK, as Akash has combined them to be one franchise, will buy every player. But if you look at MLB, there is parity. The top teams like Yankees.
They don't have anything to do with it. Bish did not want to hear this argument. Why, Bish? Why? Let them make more money.
Dan contradicts himself. He says he wants a more exciting league but yet he wants CSK and Mumbai Indians to buy all the players, and RCB and Kings 11 or Punjab Kings struggle down at the bottom with the remaining bunch. And it's a contradiction in terms.
Okay, Dan will be allowed a response. Akash, what was your reason to mute him?
Okay, so all those long years ago when the IPL actually started, there was a salary cap, but there was no cap on the number of players you could sign. And then there were a few franchises who had like 45, 50 people on their roster because they just could afford to have so many people. They didn't play them, but then those players were not available for the other teams either. So, you got to find parity. And parity, in my opinion, in this sort of a setup, it comes with the salary cap. If you have only that much to spend, everyone has to now be judicious. And no one is just running away with it because they've got more money.
Dan, you've got that smug look of these two haven't figured out what I've just said. So let me explain it. So now, why don't you give me what you mean?
Well, I don't actually believe in my argument, but I will try to explain it. I think they talk about parity. Let's go straight with the New York Yankees. They've won it once in the last 22 years, and they have had the highest payroll. The highest payroll does not lead to success, and I want to see franchises with the highest payroll make mistakes for our enjoyment.
Okay. Okay. Well put. Interesting. So we're getting some sort of topics today. Now let's go to Ian Bishop to see if some sanity will prevail. What is
I'm
your
sorry.
statement?
Does Daniel actually get a point for that argument, or is that now?
Which the point system is as transparent as the auction sets and the order in which they come.
He gets a bonus point for that, doesn't he?
Yeah, we don't really. I will decide this. Your turn.
All
What's your statement for today, Bit?
My statement for today is that franchises are missing out by using players and branding players only as finishers. And I say that from the point of view of, looking at innings that Shimon Hetmyer has played, that Rahman Powell has played, that David Miller has played, Raul Tawatia has played. And I'm not saying that franchises are wrong for purchasing these players as finishers, but I think there are certain players and certain franchises that can get more out of these players by allowing them to bat earlier, allowing them to bat higher in the order, whichever comes first, and it will just allow these players to get in, get set, and when they're set, they play better than some of the other maybe specialist batsmen in that order. Brief and short, I don't think there's any argument that anyone can put forward to that.
Boom! Any responses to that? No muting from Vettori and Chopra. Let us check.
Yeah.
Akash, happy?
No, I'm happy. I'm happy because, there is a guy called Hardik Pandya who's shown everyone that if you allow people to bat higher, give them more overs to bat, what they can actually bring to the table. And stereotyping is just not okay. You are pigeonholing people for no fault of theirs. In fact, they're good, but you don't trust them for more than 10 balls to play. If that is the case, for someone like Rahman Powell, or actually batted below Shardul Thakur in one game, believe it or not. So Rahman Powell or Shimron Hetmyer or Andre Russell doesn't get to bat, then don't purchase. Don't spend a lot of money if you think they can't bat more than 10 balls. So what Bishop has said is absolutely right. Absolutely. I'm with him.
Dan.
Yeah, 100% agree. But it takes franchises a little while to actually work it out. So once they correct their mistakes, I think we need to credit them. But the other thing, why don't we just pick the batting order before the game starts? So the commentators all come together and say, this is the batting order for these games. This is how we have to play it.
So then you'll have two lists. You'll have the commentators list, or three. You'll have the captains, and you'll have the owners also who love to get
And
the fans. Make it four.
Okay, we are going to leave this then. This was great fun. Dan Vettori is in some mood today, but I don't think that will translate into him being a successful winner of today's Mute Me. So I'm going to reveal my winner. It is going to be Ian Bishop again. He is an undisputed champion of the show. Sorry, Akash. Bish just had so much more swag about him, and he's like bigger than you.
From saying that my argument wasn't good, you have also told me that I'm
not.
Okay, fine, whatever. That's fine.
Bish has been the finisher. I have pigeonholed him as the finisher on the show. And
he'll oppose. He'll oppose this. He'll give me the award because you are pigeonholing him. He'll say no.
And Dan Vettori is the New York Yankees of the Mute Me, who will win once in 22 episodes. Anyway, this was fun. Well done. Very interesting topics. No salary cap in the IPL, bonus point potentially in the league, and stop pigeonholing players as just finishes. Thank you very much, Dan Vettori and Untitled Chapter. This was Mute Me on ESPN Cricinfo.